Okay, so I'm going to start off by applying an eyeshadow base. I'm using Urban Decay Primer Potion. A good alternate is also the e.l.f. primer, which comes in a tube with a wand like this as well, and I'm a big fan of that. Blend out the primer once you are done. I like using primer because it makes the colors show up better and longer. Once you put on your eyeshadow primer, I'm going to take 2 pieces of tape about 1.5 inches long, and I'm going to put them on the back of my hand. I'm going to do this to make it so that they don't stick as heavily on my eyelids. When I rip it off, it doesn't hurt. So once I put them on the back of my hand, I'm going to take them off and place them on my eyelid. I am going to basically make it so the tape hits the outer corner of my eye, and then the end of the tape is towards where the end of my brow would be. Also, once you're done and you have both pieces of tape up there, make sure that they both look even, and you're going to have similar lines from the tape. You don't want it to be uneven because this will be difficult to fix. Big fluffy brush for a transition color.
Yeah, I wanted to go through this.
Make it 2 color. I like it because it's a cool tone and I have cool tone skin. So here's just me fast forwarding the blending of my eyeshadow. I do have a lot of things fast forwarded in this video as well, just so you know.
I gotta go. You have tape on.
I know I have tape on.
Why?
So it gives you a sharp line.
Oh. Are you Asian? Transfer, right?
Yes.
Alright,
Okay, so I put the cool tone taupey mid-brown transition color. Kind of like, I like to, because my creases are very deep set, I like to lean my head back and put it right on the little, so like here is where my crease is. I put it a little bit above, kind of like right on the brow bone. I like the transition color. At least that's just how I like it. It's up to you what you want to do. So put that with a fluffy brush and then just blend it out the edges. Now I'm going to put in a pale light color on the inner corner of my eyes. Hi, Sage. You wanna play? I can't play along. So this is just lighter. I like to put the light color in the inner corner as well, and even like drag it up past the crease and to the brow bone, just because my eyes are close set. So to pull them farther apart, I keep the darker colors on the outside, and I need to keep the inner corner light if I want my eyes to look not so close set. Okay, so now that I have the light shade, on there, I'm going to take a medium to dark brown and take that on take this little brush. It's like a relatively stiff, medium-sized blending brush, and I'm going to take a medium brown color. You can also keep this matte look entirely matte. I'm going to do a little bit of sparkles just because I don't have a medium brown that I want to use in my outer corner that isn't sparkly. So I'm going to take, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do, okay. I'm going to take a little bit of this color called Ring-a-Ling. It's actually not brown. I don't have a brown I'm going to use, so just use this guy. It doesn't show up super, super dark on my eye, so I'm going to use this in the outer corner. I'm going to use probably a black right in the outer piece. So what I'm going to do with this color is I'm going to keep it, I'm not going to pull the color any further than halfway to the center of my eye. I'm going to blend it into the crease, around, and on the lash line. kind of make a V. And then the tape here is going to help keep that. I'm going to take this on this little brush. And start working it into the crease, making sure not to go further than halfway. And then come back down and blend a little bit on the lash line. Okay. So here you can see, just makes it a little bit darker. Making sure they get that color up in the crease. This is also a pretty thick brush, so I know that this color is going to get very concentrated, which is why I picked this color, because this color doesn't show up super dark. Doesn't show up super dark on my eyelid. So you want to gradually increase the darkness of the colors as you go into the eye for this look. So you can pretty much use whatever colors you want, as long as you do that. Start with the transition color, which would be like a light, medium light color, then move to a medium dark color for the outer half, and then I'm going to show you what to do with the darker color in a bit. This is what we have so far. I'm going to take thinner crease brush like this guy. Let's see if I can get you guys a better look. So like that. And use this for a dark color. I'm going to use this color called Sleigh Watch, which is like basically a dark gray in this palette. All these other ones, they're not black, they're all dark versions of another color. I am also bringing the dark color into the inner half of my crease once I have worked it out on the outer corner a bit, just to create a slight cut crease look. Also check your eyes to make sure they're even. Take the blending brush again with that same color that I used before. Just blend out. Just very light blending, so you can still see the distinction between the colors. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of the same dark eyeshadow. I'm going to draw a very thin line with the powder eyeshadow with the end of this, so just an angled brush, and I'm going to use that to just create a nice soft darker line towards the outside. I'm going to bring it in, but not bring it any further than half probably. Can you guys see the difference? This side and this side. I also brought the line up and kind of made like a wing. I don't have any liquid eyeliner at the moment, otherwise I'd probably use that. it is. And let's get this eye. So once you have the liner, once you have the liner dark enough, you can take the tape off and you have this nice line. So you can keep it matte like this. I think what looks really good is if you take a very shimmery, like luminescent color and put that right in the center. And it illuminates the eyes and it contrasts very, very well with the dark outside. But again, I used to wear this look a lot going out. I love it. I'm going to a nicer restaurant, so that's why I'm wearing it. But yeah, so if you take like a really shiny color, there's this one in here called In a Flurry. It's just basically white, but it has so much sparkle. This one too, because the season has a ton, but it's kind of gold, and I don't want to make this look gold. I'm trying to keep it more cool toned, just out of personal preference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat shaded brush. So you can take one like this, just a regular size, but I do want to kind of keep it concentrated. So I'm going to use one of these, like a little puppy. Just make sure there's no color on the back because I don't wash my brushes. And then just take that really shiny color and then just right in the center of the lid. So I'm putting the shiny color mostly on the center of the lid, but I'm also blending it a little bit into the inner corner to make the inner corner of the eye more bright. As I mentioned before, that was one of my goals. Also like to mention that patting the brush rather than swiping it will help make the eyeshadow look more opaque and the color look more true to color. So that's something to do if you do not see the color opacity you want to see. And then sometimes I'll just take like one of the brushes and run it back through the crease, just because I'll get a little bit of shadow where I don't want it to be. Yeah, so I just add that sparkle, and I like it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do my foundation. And once I do my foundation and concealer, powder, all of that stuff, probably do the eyebrows and then underneath the lids. And then eyelashes, which is my favorite. So I'll be back. Also, I'm going to just take a clean brush and blend out the side here, mainly towards the top. There we go. Because it's very harsh edge. So I'm using this brush just to try and blend out the line again. I like using a tape because it does give you a sharp line, but I did want to soften it up a bit, so I did take a bit of a medium cool tone brown gray color and use it to blend it out a little bit. I first used the flat brush and then I used the blending brush. Just be careful to make sure that you're not putting too much of a dark color there, but I like to do this just to blend out the line a little bit. And you can also use your fingers if you need to wipe some stuff away. This is also a good time to darken up the look if you want to after you've done your foundation or make any changes that you see. I took some of my medium to dark gray color and added it back into the crease just for some depth. What do I want to do next? Okay, so for the eye, take a small brush, medium brown color. I'm going to take the transition color I used. So once you add the transition shade to the lower lash line, you have the ability to blend in darker colors. So I took the dark color that I put in my crease and put it on the outer third of my lower lash line and blended it up. There you go. So your face is pretty much done. All you gotta do is your mascara, and I'm gonna put on some lashes, but I'm lazy and I don't really want to show me doing that, so bye. But here's the eyeshadow so far. Yeah, I like it. So I'll see you in a bit.
This is 88.
Okay, so here is what it looks like.
You know, but they have all this shit going on. Like, there's a document, there's a 30. Oh, really? It was a great birthday.
I normally don't put anything on the lips because when I have this smudge stuff on the face, it makes it look a little more natural. Maybe like a very sheer lip or something, but here it is. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, see you later. Bye.